How's it going, everyone? It's Vivi and we're back to some more Union Cross story update. Of course, we're still looking at the Japanese version, folks. Thank you to both Gold Planner and KH Insider for providing us with a fully translated clip of the story update. Full link to the video will be in the description below. This update finally confirms that Strelitzia is indeed Lauriam's younger sister. When we first got this story update with Alrina obviously being like seeing somebody, we weren't too sure as to what Lauriam was referring to. Was he talking about his sister or Alrina's sister? This new update confirms that he was referring to his own sister, Strelitzia. People had also brought up, oh, like scenes in Arendelle, makes sense, Anna and Elsa. You know, cause Alrina had a sister, but that's not the case anymore. So the story is this. Lauriam wonders about his younger sister's disappearance. Talks to Alrina, or Elrena, similar to Elena, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but the point is, Elrena, I'll go with that one, I could be wrong, she's just as clueless as Lauriam about Strelitzia's whereabouts. But she does decide to call her Charity, remembering that Charity was friends with Strelitzia's Charity. Lauriam wonders if Strelitzia's Charity ever told Elrena's Charity something. Elrena's spirit. Guys, in order to avoid saying Charity 50 times in the video, you know, getting comments like, oh, take a shot every time he says Charity in the video, I'm gonna use the word spirit and Charity. I'll interchange them, okay? Well, Charity is a spirit, you get it. Elrena's spirit doesn't know anything about Strelitzia's whereabouts, but tries giving a clue at least. Strelitzia's spirit was also looking for that someone. Remember, Strelitzia had a thing for that someone. If we go back to the earlier cutscenes, pre-Keyblade War, that someone she was referring to was us, the player. This scene, this story update, has multiple references to the events prior to the Keyblade War. It gives us an idea of the timeline, which Alrina's Charity is referring to. The last time Alrina's spirit met Strelitzia's spirit, it was before the bell, and they were talking right next to this door, well, area. The two Charities saw people enter that building. In that room, folks, before the bell, well, it reminds me of this scene. If I'm not mistaken, this is the exact moment Alrina's Charity is referring to. Those people being Scald, the player, and her Charity, talking to who? Gula. And then apparently Strelitzia's Charity went back rushing to Strelitzia. Aha! I'm looking at this scene in particular. Charity is clearly rushing towards Strelitzia, saying they saw the person go that way, referring to the player, obviously, right? By the time these two arrive in that area, they're all gone. The room is empty. So already, I don't think us, the player, is the killer, because we left after talking to Gula, nor Scald. She also left. We went to face Nightmare Charity, remember that. However, we did speak to Gula in that scene, so one person remained. Gula, did he leave that room? We don't know. Gula, because of that, automatically gets added to the list of suspects. He could be disguised as Brain, perhaps? You guys might say this. Okay, Vivi, explain the following. How do you explain his presence in the war if he is Brain, who sneaked into the Union leaders, stealing that guidebook from Strelitzia? Well, this is Nomura and the Kingdom Hearts folks. Let's just say it was part of his plan to blend in, to participate in the war still, so no one becomes suspicious. You know, by surviving, he would be able to set his plan in motion afterwards, joining the new Union leaders, stealing someone's position, that someone being Strelitzia. Alrina gets curious. She tries to look for clues. Now, we don't get anything, she just talks. She will enter that room, it looks like it. Will she find a yellow robe if Gula was indeed the killer? For now, folks, we do believe Strelitzia is dead. We do see her heart floating, and then we have this, a hooded figure, holding a flower which represents the bleeding heart flower, which symbolizes someone who died in a tragic way. So is Strelitzia really dead? Like you guys might say, yes bro, she is dead. Okay, why are you still discussing this? I mean, you never know. Okay, about Alrina being like seeing somebody, obviously, we do see a bit of like scene in this one. Her Charity says, I mean, you normally don't care about people this way. She replies by saying, oh, whatever. That's like scene right there. Anyways, Lauriam talks to Scald, you know, thinking that Scald could have something to do with the disappearance. I take it he believes that Skald doesn't know anything, because Skald spoke to him. So who is the culprit here? Going back to the theory of Gula being the killer, if he is Brain disguised, you know, him without his robe, Brain brings up a good point. Tells Lauriam, hey, your sister was already a dandelion. If you watch the whole clip, Lauriam was thinking, hey, my sister was skeptical about it, she wasn't sure whether or not she should join the dandelions, but Lauriam brings up a very good point. If she wanted to convince that someone, aka the player, to join the dandelions, surely she was already part of it. The fact that Brain brings up a good point, you know, leading Lauriam towards clues, it could nullify the theory of Brain being the killer, or even being Gula himself, disguised. Like really, the killer took the green guidebook, so it's someone among these 5. But who? I don't think it's Skald. I just can't picture Skald being the killer. Not Lauriam, he wouldn't kill his sister. I mean, he was also wondering if Strelitzia was part of the war. I mean, he wouldn't think of that. If he did kill his sister, he wouldn't do that. I don't picture Ephemera. I mean, Ephemera was given the book by Ava. Why would he kill someone to steal another copy? Doesn't make sense. 2 likely suspects, alright? Ventus or Brain? Ven, you guys might say, but he's too nice. I mean, plot twist, I mean, that's a thing. So, if Ven is indeed the killer, that's gonna be one heck of a twist. I mean, he doesn't even remember his past in Birth by Sleep. We don't know much of Ventus, that's the thing. And the whole thing with Brain, although he did give clues to Lauriam in this scene, he just looks suspicious. If Brain is the killer, getting the whole Gula being Brain theory out of the way, I mean, Brain can just be someone completely random, of course. Maybe he wanted the Book of Prophecies, just look at him flipping through the pages of the Book of Prophecies. And the thing about this Book of Prophecies, that one belonged to the Master of Masters. Each of the Union leaders, the original ones, had a copy of the book, but all of them had a missing page. And that missing page, which featured the traitor, was given to Gula from the Master's book. You know, the scene with Case of Gula. And how sure are we that Brain is flipping through the Master's book? We did have a scene where he tells Ava that one of the new Union leaders will inherit the book. A name circled in red. We don't know who it is, but that could be a hint towards that book being indeed the Master's book. And the killer, whoever it is, probably did it just to look at the book. I could be wrong, but it's just a theory. If Gula is not Brain, then Gula died during the war. What else would it be? Brain, for some reason, followed Strelitzia, made sure that he wasn't spotted, and, you know, killed her. Paying close attention to this news story update, the Dandelions did in fact forget about the war, so what these Union leaders are currently doing, it's working. And each of the Dandelions' Charities are pretending that the war didn't happen. Elrina is saying, you know, Ava mentions the Unions fighting against each other, but nothing happened, hinting at, you know, their plan working, forgetting about the war. Next, the stuff I've missed on Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm gonna keep it short. We got 3 new 10-second long Japanese promotional ads for Kingdom Hearts 3. Nothing new really, clips we've seen, edited together. Okay, maybe a couple of brief new scenes from Worlds, but that's it. I heard Square Enix re-uploaded these due to an unintentional spoiler, which I won't dive into, even if it's nothing, okay? About Brave Exvius. There's a collab coming, right? Featuring Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora and Kingdom Hearts 1 Cloud, calling forth these 2 characters in battle. Well, another thing about this, a recent trailer came up for this collab, showing an extended scene of Sora with the Master Defender on Destiny Islands. He appears to be using it, thinking it'll guide him going back to the TGS trailer. He seems to be unlocking something. What is it? I don't know. I'll leave it to you. The Tokyo Tower of Light and Darkness event also posted a trailer for their upcoming launch commemoration of KH3. Nothing new in this promo trailer, I just thought of, you know, bringing it up. Still, the full box art of Kingdom Hearts 3 got revealed. Folks, don't worry, there's nothing spoilerish about it, okay? I double checked. The style is very, very similar to Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. One thing I'm wondering about, will the box art have that glossy finish? If not, I'm gonna miss it. I just remember the newly released Kingdom Hearts 2 having those shiny, nice box arts. When they got re-released, they got rid of them. I'm just wondering. As for the size, here we see 40 gigabytes minimum. Don't take it as the total, okay? The Pro version on the box says 50 gigabytes minimum. As for the Xbox store, it says 36. So which one is it? We don't know. The cover, by the way, which we saw on the Amazon stream thing which, you know, was a disaster, it was a placeholder. As for the text on the back, we did get a rough translation thanks to KH3 and the team. The light that connects hearts becomes passion and fulfills the oath. The story reaches its climax. The Dark Seeker saga that started from the first entry in the series is finally coming to an end, centering around Sora, who has grown throughout his many adventures. New worlds from the Disney franchise appear in this game to create an even greater universe. Along with the satisfying action, keep an eye out for what may be the best battle in the series, including elements such as attractions and links, and limits with Disney characters. So there you go, folks. Nothing too spoilerish about that description either, so with that being said, this is it for the video. I'd like to hear your own thoughts about the story update of Union Cross. Who do you think is the killer? Is it Gula? Is it Ven? Is it Brain? Brain probably being disguised as Gula? Tell me what you think. And as always, I've been Vivi, and thank you so much for watching.